3 years after losing Cambodia's elections, Hun Sen has re-emerged as the country's most powerful leader. His autocratic style has reached such limits that he can shock even the party faithful, brought here for a provincial school opening. This time, he offers convicted Khmer Rouge war criminal and mass murderer Ieng Sary an amnesty for splitting with Pol Pot and calling for talks with the government. Although breaking Cambodia's law, it's all in the name of peace. But in the process, Hun Sen fired another round in Cambodia's new Cold War, a war that has threatened to split the government. Cambodia's $3 billion parliament rarely gets a quorum. There are only enough MPs here this day because it's a special session to debate urgent legislation. But debate is limited. Those who criticise the government too severely risk expulsion. One of the few remaining outspoken MPs, Ahmed Yahya, says you have to choose the right words to survive. And he says Cambodia's elected representatives are scared.
Even myself or other member of parliament, and when I talk to, they're scared to go to the, rural areas because the grassroots is there and the intimidation is there sometimes.
One of those politicians is Samrangsy. Ousted from his Funsimpec party and parliament for criticising official corruption, Cambodia's former finance minister launched his own party. Illegal because the government refuses to let him register, Ramsay defiantly tries to spread his message. It's ironic that mass murderer Ieng Sary could be officially recognised by the government before Ramsay is allowed to register his party. But opposition politics in Cambodia means armed guards riding shotgun.
They use the local police, the militiamen, and even soldiers to come to create disturbance.
Today, Samrangsy is trying to open 4 new party offices in rural Cambodia. But supporting Ramsay in the countryside is a dangerous business. As Ramsay tries to put up one of his party signs, government militia turn up. They've been ordered to shoot up the office and its sign, and probably anyone in the way. This is what Ramsay often finds. The government denies responsibility, but it's clear who they work for.
I am very concerned by the presence of armed militiamen. There are a few of them around us. 2 of them tried to stop us from raising the signboard. They are half drunk. And there are other people with even rocket propellers. So I'm very concerned that after we go, they may come and intimidate and terrorize the owner of the house to pull the sign down.
That's exactly what happened. 3 of the signs put up that day were torn down and destroyed on the orders of the local CPP or commune chief. In the heart of rural Cambodia, it's undeveloped, but it's rich in resources like timber, rubber, rice and tobacco. Critics say these resources are being plundered for short-term profit by those who control them, and that means those in power. To see firsthand, Samrangsy took us to one of the richest provinces, Kampong Cham, just 2 hours upriver from the capital Phnom Penh. Despite voting for Funsumpec, the province is still controlled by Hun Sen's CPP, and that means so are its main industries. Rubber from these old plantations was once one of the Cambodian government's biggest single export earners. Now, he says, it's just another part of the CPP's money-making machine.
According to my estimates, the state is losing every year about 30 million US dollars. And the money actually goes to the coffers of the Communist Party and to the pocket of some individuals who happen to be high-ranking officials of the party, of the Communist Party, of the government.
While the CPP rakes profits off state enterprise, Ramsey and others claim Funsumpec is also on the take. There's no secret that there's been widespread allegations of high-level corruption in Cambodia. Is that a problem for the country, or how big a problem is it becoming?
You know, I'd like to tell you that, please, try on the contrary to give me which country that you kind of find corruption. Widespread or not widespread. Maybe Singapore. But besides that, which countries in which we cannot find any corruption? You know, we are very underdeveloped country.
Meanwhile, his rival co-premier Hun Sen is in Cambodia's northwest on a development binge and pressing the flesh. It may be an organised crowd, but Hun Sen and his Cambodian People's Party are masters at these old-style political rallies. But there's no doubt Cambodia's second Prime Minister has a great affinity with this rural crowd. And he knows well that 80% of Cambodia's voters come from country areas like this. Today, Hun Sen and his wife are opening another Hun Sen Development Centre, largely funded from their personal fortunes. They've opened more than 300 country schools like this, mostly with their own money or funds from his Cambodian People's Party.
Maybe the good leaders of the people is to understand the people and help people. We cannot be leaders of these people when we could not see their difficulties. If in such a way, I'd rather be a monk than a prime minister.
Is it fair to say that Samdech Hun Sen is already running the country with him? This is he's really the...
You have seen that I'm running a country so long ago. 17 years I've been controlling. Or you consider me not the leaders of the country?
No, I do now. I'm saying, is it fair to say that Samdech Hun Sen is now still running the country, really? And Hun Sen has used his position ruthlessly. He still controls much of the army and police, his tough personal bodyguard often used for the dirtiest work, like arresting political opponents.
Now, this
Princess
is
Christine Alsen Norodom knows that fear firsthand. She's the unlikely victim of blatant government repression.
That it was not only one man that
Her husband, Prince Norodom Sirirut, is the former foreign minister, Secretary General of the winning Funsumpec Party, and half-brother of the king. A few months ago, he was arrested by Hun Sen's toughs, sentenced to 10 years jail and exiled for plotting to assassinate Hun Sen. He might have made some careless remarks, but most observers say they were trumped-up charges in a purely political trial.
The point was really to eliminate someone, a voice that was becoming a little too powerful against the present government. I don't think anyone, even those who brought the charges, take them seriously.
Right. But what does it say about the state of freedom of expression and political activity that can happen?
Well, it says don't raise your head too high. Yeah? If you're part of the system, stay in the system. The minute you get out of the government and you are a powerful person that may draw some audience, you become an enemy.
Could you tell me why you, first of all, as Funspek Prime Minister, why you couldn't save Prince Norodom Sihamoni from exile and sentencing?
His Majesty the King and myself, we have altogether saved Prince Sihamoni from being put in jail or even being killed. I think that it is the least really we could do for him. Yes.
The heart of that government remains an alliance between Hun Sen and the first Prime Minister, Prince Norodom Ranariddh. But tension between the two Prime Ministers has recently reached new heights. Prince Ranariddh threatened to pull out of the coalition if Hun Sen did not hand over regional power sharing as agreed. Hun Sen, in reply, called Prince Ranariddh a real dog, an unforgivable insult in Cambodia, if he didn't follow through with the threat, warning he's ready to exile more royals. It's clearly anything but a warm and cooperative relationship.
Could you describe for me Hun Sen as a politician, as a leader?
No, please don't ask me such a question, otherwise it will not be possible for me to be with him and to run the country. I think that better to ask your question to the people which will have the right and the duty to go through the elections and to decide about the next Prime Minister.
While Cambodians pray for a lasting peace, their future is anything but blessed. Open rivalry between the two Prime Ministers paralyses much government work, but both believe they will win outright next time. Cambodians thought they were getting democracy this time, but increasingly that's just a word to paper over intolerance and suppression, shades of the one-party rule Cambodians have always known. Given this government's record